teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Ball handed off. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. Second down, they're going to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
They'll run it here. He goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Launches it deep down the left side. And he was wide open for a huge gain. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And the Gators pick up enough for a 1st down. Hand off to the single back. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He's got it near the end zone. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach.
Touchdown, Gators, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. He'll hand it off. Breaks an open space. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made on the right side. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Looking to pass here on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Back in motion now. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's got a man down the middle. Make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. And the Horned Frogs have first and 10 here. That is broken up and incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play. Quarterback, you got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the left side. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes down. Right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
And the Horned Frogs looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Check this out. It's a 5-wide receiver look on second and goal. As a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, TCU, as they fight back here in this playoff game. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Point after, not right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. A stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
A nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Dameon Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
Completion makes it second and medium. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The marker and still going. It's a solid game to pick up the first down, and that'll be likely the final play of this first quarter. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11.
That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line and this back really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on first down. He escapes the pocket. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football.
He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies and provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punching into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He'll hand it off. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incomplete formation. They'll line up now for 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Cole. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this 1st down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Direct snap. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And here he goes. That's the 20. Touchdown, Texas Christian. They were not going to catch him that time. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the PAT is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here's that wrinkle. The Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Oh, he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. A little 1st down trickery doesn't work that time.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He gets loose. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game, but when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short game on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. What a catch! And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming 3rd down call.
So here we go, 3rd down. possession, the kind of play that decides football games. And they pick up the first on the ground. Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Gators. Kicking team on now for the extra point. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Here's a target, and it's complete. There's some space around the 30. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He can go. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build on this lead before halftime. And that run produces a decent gain.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Florida. Still no answer for this offense.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Attack on the PAT. It's a 2-touchdown lead now, 28-14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. They'll return it from inside the 5. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking deep to the right side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The Horned Frogs will have to punt this one away. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Throws to the tight end. Catch made in space. Look out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Fires it to the wideout. He's got his man wide open. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. We made it. 3 points on the board. And they add to their lead. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this deep, begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Breaks into open space. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Tight end goes in motion. Direct snap. And when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that one.
Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
And he slings it deep back to the left side. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
So 4th down and 12. The offense is on the field to go for it. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Gets made on the out route. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion on 1st down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he keeps it. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. They safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Breaks free. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. You stop just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
You know, in college football anymore, Chris, you get caught up in the big plays through the passing game. And we're seeing what this back can do when he has room to run. Great acceleration, great speed. I know he gets tackled here at the 2-yard line. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give that young man the football again. Let him get his touchdown.
So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there. Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
And we'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Look at the throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. The Cook, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. The receiver grabs it. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Quarterback is forced out. That's a huge loss, a big sack for this defense. Will come to the line looking to convert on fourth down. And the back now goes in motion. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Catch made down inside the 25. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. With 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the fourth by going to the air. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the target, and it's complete. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And it's a direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together that stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Oh, quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
But that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with third down coming up.
They break the huddle on third and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. They'll try to run this one in. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
I'm a little bit surprised surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
TCU 27.
On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. And the Florida offense retakes the field. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. It will not be brought down. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. The quarterback keeps it here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love this. Good job by this corner to come up, get physical, and bring the quarterback down on that option. Never gave him a chance to make his read and toss the ball out.
Screen to the wide receiver. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Breaks free. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. He's looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Ball comes loose. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Looks to the left for a quick throw. He's in the clear. Out past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas Christian. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
What a a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick, if they can recover it, you never know.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A playoff game on the line here. The offense play keep away and secure the victory. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Presley. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain sets him up 1st down at the 33. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Working clock with the ground game.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Playoff game on the line here. The offense play keep away, secure the victory. Design quarterback run. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy, keep this quarterback from running.
Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Try and muscle for the 1st down. They stop him, but it's a 1st down, and that should be a ball game.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up the 1st down and kind of settle things down a bit.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.